Hello guys, today we are doing something super fun. We've done this once before, we're doing it again. This is the bookish scavenger hunt, inspired by the lovely, wonderful, magical Ellen. I love Ellen's channel and I took these questions right from her and I'm excited to see where it lands us. So I will put there's 10 questions. How this works is we will start with question 1, go through all of the questions until we end on a book, and then whatever book we end on is the book we will read in this video. Are you ready for it? Because we are gonna get right on into it. The first, and I don't remember what books I used last time, so bear with me if I use some of the same ones. It's not intentional, it's just been like 4 or 5 months. So, the first question is, choose a book with a cover that you love, and then find a book with a similar cover. We've got to pick a book that I love the cover of first and foremost. That's what we're starting with, is just generally a cover that I love. And I think I'm gonna go with this one. It is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, and this cover is like a beautiful, like painterly style with pinks. So I can either pick a cover that's similar by picking something else that is pink, I'm gonna put this here, or something else that's painterly. I'm trying to pick books that I have read for this beginning portion so I need something else that's kind of painterly or something pink, very pink with different pinks, all the pinks, you know? So I feel like it's almost like a cop-out to pick another Carly Fortune, but I fear that's what I'm gonna do. Like, this is a copy-paste. They're both beautiful, but we're gonna grab this one, put the other one back because I'm not making a mess for myself. So we have Every Summer After. The next question is, turn to page 50 and find a book that has one of the words on that page in the title or on the cover. For this, I don't like to pick a book I haven't read yet because I don't want to spoil anything. 50. Okay, so the word blue is on this page to talk about his blue eyes. So from there, we can move to Blue Sisters, because blue. Okay, so the next one is, list the tropes of the book and find something with similar tropes. Blue Sisters tropes. I don't even know what this would be described as. It's like a book about sisters and sisterhood and like drug addiction. It's sad. Sad book. I don't know if I accidentally have the large print version, so that's also like really fun. So it's like humongous. Maybe this could be a book with like somebody who has a brother and not a sister, and these are sisters who have like a bad relationship. I know what we're gonna pick. Because I'm supposed to pick the opposite tropes. So this is about a bunch of sisters who like each other, and that's about sisters who hate each other. So that's definitely the opposite if you ask me. This is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Oh, I was supposed to pick something with a similar trope. Well, we did opposite, so now we'll do similar. Okay? So something with a similar trope. So another book about sisters, or this is like, he teaches her about romance because she's a naive little gal. I think I'm probably gonna go the sister route because I don't really love that trope. So I don't feel like I have a whole ton of books with that. 'Tis a Christmas book about sisters. That's the whole point of this book. A December to Remember by Jenny Bayless. Obsessed with this book. It is a book about sisters. Okay, so now we need to see how many pages are in this book. There is 391, so we need to reverse the page count to pick a book. So we need a book with 193 pages. So we need a short book that's around 200 pages. We can do it. I know this one's nearby. I just finished this. Okay. I needed 193. This book is 192, and that is Tales from the Cafe by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. If you haven't seen my vlog with this, I did not like this book. Anywho, find a book with a similar color scheme. So yellow. We'll go grab a yellow book. Pretty simple. I'm just gonna grab something that is super yellow, which Miss Sarah is getting lots of recognition. This is The Match by Sarah Adams. This book is so good. And then find a book that was published in the same year. This was published last year, 2024, so we do have a ton of options. We will go with this one, I guess. Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. This did come out last year. And then we're going to go to the first page of this book, count the number of letters in the first word, and then find a book with that many, like, words in the title. It'll make sense in a second. So the first word, I think actually in Ellen's most recent video, she picked this for this exact thing, is morning. M-O-R-N-I-N-G. So 7. There's 7 words, or 7 letters in the word morning. So I need to find a book with 700 pages. That's what I need to do. I need to find a book with about 700 pages. My only thought is The Boys of Tommen. I don't really read long books. If I'm being honest with you, I'm a long book hater. We'll go with this. We have got A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This book is 694 pages. So we're only 6 pages off that. So the final question is, find a book with the same number of words in the title as this book. A Game of Thrones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, we need to find a book with 4 words in the title. That'll be pretty easy. That's not too tricky. Am I gonna go with something that's just easy to pull out? Yes, I really, truly am. So, sorry if you do not like that. Nothing Like the Movies. 4 words, Nothing Like the Movies. By Lynn Painter. This book was not good. I don't recommend. And then finally, find a book that's title or author's name starts with the last letter of the previous book. So a book that starts with an S or the author starts with an S. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Title or author starting with an S. I do have a handful of books over here that I did pull for my TBR. I do have a couple of S's. For that, I'm actually going to grab Shatter Me. I've been wanting to get to this. I've been kind of in the dystopian mood. This is YA. Should be pretty easy. It's actually funny that I brought Tales from the Cafe out because I think I read Before the Coffee Gets Cold in my last one, but Shatter Me starts with an S. This is what we're going to read. Let's go. Okay. All right, friends. We are about to get started on Shatter Me, and I'm very excited. So there is like an author note in the beginning letting you know that throughout the book there are like parts of the text that are like crossed out, and that is like a stylistic choice of the author, and it's to represent the chaos in our main character Juliet's mind. As our heroine grows and evolves, so does the prose, and she finds her voice. The strike-throughs disappear and the language softens, the repetition dissolves, and the numerals ease into written word. That sounds really cool, and this book has an amazing first line. I'm a big judger of a first line of a book. Also, the fact that this series is this long is absolutely insane, but I also find these covers to be quite striking. But the first line of the book, I just have to read it to you, it's also very short chapters, is, I've been locked up for 264 days. How good is that? I love it. I'm so excited. I'm hoping to honestly one-shot this book because it's only 325 pages. It's only 8 o'clock. I usually don't go bed till like 2 o'clock in the morning, so that's like 6 hours I have. And it's not going to take me 6 hours to read a YA book that's this short, with this short of chapters, if that's already like so engaging. I do also have her on my Kindle, so we'll probably do a combo. We'll probably mainly read on my Kindle. And I am also buddy reading this with my friend, so it will take me a little bit longer to read because we have like our own little private Fable group where we read together. And so I will be putting in my thoughts and feelings in there as I read this book. But I'm very, very, very excited. Very excited. So let's get to it. We have finished Shatter Me, and I will say, after the first 25 or the first 40%, I fear we went severely downhill. I was thinking maybe it was going to be a 5-star, and now I'm not continuing the series. This is a one and done for me. And I wrote my review on Goodreads, and one of my friends commented and said she's heard the same thing like time and time again. But basically, this book, I loved the story, like the aspect of this dystopian world, and we have Juliet and how she has this ability. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give away some things that happen, but like the whole like last 20%, that type of situation is something I love in a book. And I'm sure the next book will be more about that, but the romance in this book, I can't get past it. And I'm still giving it a 3 for the simple fact that like I'm not the target audience for this book. The romance in this was very like basically they went to school together, and the second he saw her, he's been in love with her this whole time, even though they've never spoken. And I, as a almost 30-year-old adult, am like, that's so corny. I mean, even when I was a high schooler, I probably would have also thought that was corny. But I just like, the romance was so like YA over the top. So angsty, so corny, and just like it took me out of the story. There were so many parts in the story that I'm like, I roll, because the romance was so off-putting to me, and it took me out of the actual severity of the situation. And we're in like a super intense, high-stakes situation, but you're like busy fawning over each other and wanting to smooch and this, that, and the other thing, and I'm like, you might die. I'm not really sure why kissing and being all lovey-dovey is like the priority right now when you quite literally could be murdered. So with that being said, we have a 3-star read. I'm happy to say I have read it. I have an opinion on it now. I can stop wondering how it's gonna be and save myself a lot of time and money by not wanting to read the rest of the series. So that is going to be it for this video. If you have read Shatter Me, have read the series, let me know what you think. If you like tell me that the rest of the series, the romance is like 80% less than it is in this book, maybe I'll continue, but I would need some real convincing. So that's it, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.